it's Leigh. Today we're going to be making a pineapple upside down cake. Ideally, you want to use a fresh pineapple. This one, however, is not quite ripe, so I have some alternatives. My grocery store offers freshly cored pineapple in the produce section, so I bought one of these. I have the good old standby canned pineapple. This is dull pineapple slices, and in fact I believe that the pineapple upside down cake originated from Mr. Dole, or at least his employees, back in the early 1900s. That's when pineapple became more readily available to the general public, and it was a great success. Traditionally, it has been made in a cast iron skillet. My cast iron skillet is huge, much too big to make this cake in, so I am going to use a 9-inch cake pan. You can also use a springform pan, just make sure that it does not leak. I'm going to get everything together and then we'll make it. So I'll see you soon. The first step in making our pineapple upside down cake is to melt half a cup of butter, and I've cut it into chunks to help it melt quicker. And I've got it on medium-low heat. And half a cup of firmly packed brown sugar. I'm using light brown sugar. You can use dark brown sugar, but I think that light brown sugar makes the coating of the pineapples look a little bit nicer. But if dark brown sugar is all you have, that's what you can use. So we're going to melt this together, and I'm going to stir it every now and then. If you are using a cast iron skillet to make this, you can simply melt the butter and the brown sugar in the cast iron skillet that you're using. If you're using a regular 9-inch cake pan or the springform pan, you will want to do this in the saucepan. When it's nice and bubbly like this, it's done. So what I'm going to do is take this off the heat, and we're going to work on the pineapple slices and get the bottom of our pineapple upside down cake, which is really going to be the top of our pineapple upside down cake, ready. To make the cake, we first sift together the sugar, the flour, the salt, and the baking powder. Make sure you check the date on your baking powder. Next, we're going to add a 1/4 cup of softened butter, half a cup of pineapple juice, 1/4 cup of milk. I'm using 2%, but you can use whole milk or skim milk. About half a teaspoon of vanilla. We're going to get the mixer. After you've mixed it a couple of minutes, you can add the egg. Here we have our cake batter. It's finished. This is enough for one 9-inch layer cake. That's all you need for pineapple upside down cake. If you did want to use this batter to make a 2-layer cake, you may double this very easily. Okay, so we're going to pour the sugar and the butter mixture in. And you do not have to worry about flouring or buttering this pan. There is enough butter in here that you don't have to worry about it sticking at all, I promise you. So I'm going to spread that out. And then we're going to lay our pineapples out. I'm doing it in the traditional way, but you can decorate it and arrange the pineapples in any way that you would like. There we go. I think I can get all those in. And now I like to put maraschino cherries in mine. It's traditional. I think it's pretty, and I like the extra sweet taste they give. Now when you've decorated your cake, it's time to pour the batter on. You want to pour this gently over the top because even though they're pretty secure in here, you don't want to risk shifting your design any. Alright, this looks really good. I am going to warn you, if you have more batter than I did, you still don't want the batter to come too close to the edge of the pan. The cake is going to rise, the brown sugar and butter is going to bubble, and you run the risk of it spilling over the top and falling on your stove or your oven bottom. That's happened to me before and it's not pretty. Whenever I make this, I do line the bottom of my oven with aluminum foil to catch anything that might bubble over. So that's a good idea for you too if you can do that. Okay, so we're going to bake this in our 350-degree oven and we will see you in a bit. There's our cake out of the oven and it's a nice even golden brown color. You can tell it's done because it's coming away from the edges and there's a little bit of leakage here, but it's not too bad. The moment of truth, I have a plate and we're going to turn our cake over. Here we go. Absolutely beautiful.